And welcome everybody to the mj&ty podcast show. Today is February 4th, 2022. It's our first episode in the month of February for this year. And before we begin, we're making some changes to the show, and don't worry that the show is gonna have the same format, but we are organizing the show or the episodes into seasons. So the seasons will restart. Well, season 2 will begin after the Super Bowl. So the week after the Super Bowl starts season 2. And we are going to have all the episodes organized into a playlist on our YouTube channel. Anyways, today what we are going to be talking about is the obvious thing to talk about. And we're starting to talk about the Super Bowl, but we're not giving our predictions today. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the path that both teams have endured en route to the Super Bowl. And we're going to start with the Cincinnati Bengals. Get the
You want to start with the underdogs? You want to start with the underdogs?
We're going to start with the less loved Ohio AFC North team. How about that?
Okay, Marc.
Ty.
Who's going to go first? I'll let you go first.
All right.
Because I got more to say than you.
How do you know that?
I just know from a fact that I have more to say than you.
All right. So let's go over it. So let me start with my take. And then you can see if if you really have more to say than me.
All right, now go ahead.
So, in my humble opinion, I do not think the Bengals ought to be in the Super Bowl. Like, I'm just gonna be frank, and from what I've seen and from how I've seen them play throughout this year, and throughout the playoffs, and they have not been impressing. They have not been impressing me at all. Because take a look at who they've played and how they've won their games. First, they played the Oakland Raiders, and that one was them legitimately beating the Raiders, even though the Raiders kept driving into quicksand. But Cincinnati's defense actually came up pretty big in that game. But then you go into the divisional round with Tennessee. Yeah, the Bengals still made some good plays, but the real MVP for the Bengals was Ryan Tannehill and his receivers not being able to get on pace. The Bengals defense did a great job in stopping Derrick Henry. I'll give them credit for that. I'll give them credit for making some plays and some big plays against Ryan Tannehill and his receivers. But in that game, Tannehill and the receivers were just so out of sync. And from what I can see, from what I saw, it looked like the receivers were just dropping passes, and Tannehill was not being quite as accurate as he probably could have been. And so, I think that the Bengals definitely lucked out there. Then when you go into the AFC Championship game, they 100% lucked out there. The Bengals had, or excuse me, the Chiefs had the Bengals by their necks. And the Chiefs just simply choked in the second half. Like they have just completely shot themselves in the foot. Are you like? I have a question for you, Ty, and our viewers. And do you really think that was, or do you really think that the AFC Championship game was the best of Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and Tyreek Hill?
For me, definitely no, because when you look at that, like they were moments away from going back. When you look,
Andy Reid even admitted that he should have kicked the field goal at the end of the first half, right before halftime. And
yeah, but you gotta look at it this way. You gotta look at what Mahomes did against the Bengals. You gotta look at that. Yes, they got off to the Chiefs got off to an early run. We all know the great magic. I'm just going to say that. I'm not going to give the Chiefs praise. The great magic of Patrick Mahomes. We all know the great magic that Patrick Mahomes can bring to the field,
right,
in a game.
A great example is the week prior against the Bills, where he took his offense down the field and to score a game-tying touchdown in 13 seconds. And you're going to tell me that you're going to tell me that the performance that he had against the Bengals is his best, and you're going to tell me that the Bengals legitimately beat the Chiefs, especially when the Bills have the better defense than the Bengals? No, like I mean, I'm going to give credit to the Bengals for adjusting, but I just don't think that the Bengals defense is quite as good as the Chiefs, or quite as good as the Bills. Excuse me. And look at what Mahomes did to them.
If you compare the game from the regular season against these two teams and the game we saw Sunday, let me just say this. Sorry for cutting you off.
It was the exact same game, pretty much.
It would be the exact same game, but
carbon copy.
It came down to one thing. The Bengals got
a field goal, or they should have.
Let me just say this, because I watched the game.
Yeah.
So, like, if Andy Reid said, okay, we shouldn't kick the field goal, well,
and he's right. Like, he completely killed his momentum going into halftime, and that field goal loomed large at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, like, we can say if Andy Reid if he goes for the field goal, did they go for a 2 or did they go for a 2 before the half?
Yes. Yeah, they went for a 2.
So they went for 2. But I wouldn't say it's Mahomes' best game, because, like, Mahomes got, like, I'm not hating on Mahomes. I'm not hating on anybody on the Chiefs. But, like, maybe I'm just a little bit mad that they beat our Browns. Okay? Maybe just a little bit mad.
Are you talking about the Chiefs or the Bengals beating the Browns?
the Chiefs.
I see.
Can
Bring
I
up
go,
that bring up that helmet to helmet no call. I see. Little helmet
Marc?
to helmet no call.
Marc, don't bring that up. Don't
You'll be
bring that
damned.
up. Marc, you know we've been for the. Can
Yeah.
I just get back to my point? Let me ask you this: if you were Andy Reid, would you go for the field goal or would you just go for the 2?
Are you talking about going for the field goal at the end of the half?
Yeah, at the end of the
Yeah.
half, would you?
Here's an idea. Why not go for both? Why not go for both if you can?
I think there's not a ruling that you can go for a field goal and then go for 2. That would just not be fair. That would just not be fair.
No. What I meant is go for the field goal at the end of that half, and then still go for the 2.
Oh, I thought you
Next time you
meant
get in the
go
end
for
zone.
both.
No.
Go for both. I was gonna be like, Marc, what are you saying?
Ding dong, is anyone home? Ding dong.
Okay, listen, Goofy. Listen, Goofy over there.
You know what?
But are you done with your take?
Yeah. I was just about to hand the mic over to you. Well, we both have our own mics, but anyways,
Anyway,
your take.
about the Bengals,
Yeah.
I still can't get my head wrapped around how the Bengals, Marc, the Bengals get to the Super Bowl, but we can't. How can the Cincinnati Bengals go from, okay, I'm not hating on Joe Boy. I mean, on the Bengals, I just can't get my head wrapped around that the Bengals made it to the Super Bowl and we can't. Marc, can you answer? Let me ask you this.
What's up?
Now that the Bengals made the Super Bowl, do you think the Browns could?
I think they can.
Because
Really?
were you surprised that the Bengals beat the Chiefs?
Yeah.
I just can't get my head wrapped around that the Chiefs lost to the Bengals in the championship game. And the Honey Badger played.
Yep.
So, if you have your the best corner in the game, and Matthews on the field, I don't know how the Bengals would win that game. You know?
The Chiefs just don't have from what I saw, the Chiefs front four on defense wasn't really getting to Burrow that much. And they definitely weren't stopping. They definitely weren't slowing down Joe Mixon at all.
But here's my thing is that if Patrick Mahomes don't throw those 2 picks that he threw,
Yep.
we would see the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
Yep.
No doubt. If Patrick Mahomes doesn't throw, I'm not hating on Patrick Mahomes, but if he doesn't throw, Marc, I got a question for you and our viewers
What's up?
out there.
What's up?
Do you think if you don't make the same decision as Patrick Mahomes did on the last two interception plays, do you think the Chiefs would be in the Super Bowl?
Probably.
Because I think, yeah, they got a good quarterback in Mahomes, good right,
Most certainly.
huh?
Certainly.
Did you say certainly?
Yeah. They certainly have a good quarterback in Patrick Mahomes.
They got a good wide receiver in Tyreek Hill. They got a
fantastic tight end in Travis Kelce.
Yeah, they got fantastic. But how do you? I just think if Mahomes doesn't throw those other people, this is just our opinion. Other people can have their opinions if Mahomes had a better game or not. If this was his best game or not.
Oh, it was not.
It was not.
No
It
doubt
was
about
not.
it was not.
It was not his best game.
Yeah.
You and me know both that when we're in a game, hands down, there's going to come a night where it's not going to go our way.
Right.
So, yeah, people can say, oh, it was Mahomes' best games against the against the Bengals.
No, it was not.
No, it was not. Wake up. He got more games in him. You know?
Yeah.
So,
anyways,
go ahead.
I'm sorry. I thought you were done with your take, but
I was done with my take. I was going back to you the mic, but we got our own mics.
All right. How did that go on for 20 minutes? Anyways, we still have to talk about the Bengals' opponent, the team with the home field advantage, the Los Angeles Rams. What a postseason they've had so far.
Hey, Marc, did you hear how much money OBJ made from winning the Rams the title?
No, I did not.
The NFC, what is it called? The AFC Championship?
Oh, you mean the NFC Championship?
Yeah. Did you hear how much money he made?
No, I did not.
He made over $62 million.
Holy crap.
I think he's going to make more if he wins the Super Bowl.
Let's see. He made $750,000 for the NFC title win. Quite a bit off from 600 million, Ty.
Okay, sorry. I forget. Football players have that bonus. Yeah. That bonuses, and I forget.
Anyways,
go ahead. I just wanted to bring that up.
Anyways, so far this postseason, and the Rams have defeated some opponents that have been their absolute catalyst this season. And they defeated the Arizona Cardinals and they defeated the San Francisco 49ers in the NFC Championship game to go to the Super Bowl.
You forgot Tampa Bay.
They did beat Tampa Bay as well. And by the way, rip Tom Brady. But from what I've seen with the Rams, they definitely seem to be Super Bowl ready. Like
Were you knocking on wood?
Yeah, like they have from what I saw with their wins, their wins have been created by themselves, and so like they were creating their opportunities, and they were putting themselves in opportunities to or in situations to win it, and they won. Yeah, they struggled to close out the Buccaneers, but much like what Patrick Mahomes did to the Chiefs, and the Rams did something very, very similar to the Buccaneers. I mean, on their second to last drive, they fumbled the ball, and then Tom Brady took the Buccaneers and into the end zone to score the touchdown, and then Matthew Stafford showed what he can do with Cooper Kupp, and just went right through the Buccaneers like a hot knife through butter. And the Buccaneers have one of the best defenses in the NFL. Like they have a straight up good defense. And the Rams did that to them. Like they just completely carved them up. You couldn't even they carved them up so much you could hardly make out the Buccaneers rotting carcass. And so I think I think that the Rams are definitely the Super Bowl ready team right now. Like, especially now that they have Von Miller and Odell Beckham Jr. They took a great team and made them a Super Bowl ready team. This is not the Rams team that played in the 2018-2019 Super Bowl against the New England Patriots. This is a much better offense. The defense is a little bit suspect. I mean, like I said, although they were going up against Tom Brady, they also struggled to close out games. But sometimes the best defense is a good offense.
Okay, my take.
Yes, sir.
So I got a question for you and our viewers before I get to my take. Okay? So ask yourself this. If the Rams never traded for Matthew Stafford for Jared Goff, and if the Broncos never traded Von Miller to the Rams, and if Odell never forced himself out from our Browns, would they still be Super Bowl bound?
Probably not. I mean, they would definitely make some noise in the playoffs, but I don't think they'd be in this same spot.
Who do you think won this trade? The Stafford golf trade.
Well, let's see.
Uh,
The Rams go back to the Super Bowl, and the Lions get some much needed draft picks. You know,
I just think I don't know I would say the Rams won that trade because I feel like there was Mark. You can't agree with me as with this because we both play sports. You know,
there's the catchphrase. There it is.
Can I get to my point?
Go for it.
You know, there's going to be a moment where you're like, oh, I'm probably going to get moved or probably going to get traded. There's a moment in time where your team's going to have to make a move.
Yeah.
Would you say?
Yeah.
Because you and me know that.
Right.
We know that when there's going to be a move, there's going to be a move.
Right.
But like, I think the Rams on that trade, are they Super Bowl bound? To me, probably. They do look Super Bowl ready. They do. They do look Super Bowl ready. Like they basically. Would you ever think a trade would put somebody in the championship game?
Yeah.
It would at least take, Mark, agree with me on this. It would at least take 2 or 3 years to see how that trade worked out.
Not always. Not always, no.
Not always for this trade.
Right.
But like you got Matthew Stafford, who was on a bad team in the Lions. Sorry, Lions fans. But on a bad team on the Lions, come to a good team that's now in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And they must be Super Bowl ready. Now, would you say they gave Tampa Bay a fight than their last 2 teams?
When I say the Rams gave Tampa Bay a good fight?
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
100%. Because you got to remember, in that game, they were up 20-3, 27-3.
Yeah.
Going into that.
Tom Brady's Tom Brady is too familiar with those situations. Atlanta fans.
Mark, don't. I know what you're doing. You're not like Atlanta Falcon fans.
You know what I'm doing?
What?
Wishing you would finish up your take so we can finish up this long episode.
Okay.
Get to it, Slowpoke.
Please, I just wanted to bring that up, Knucklehead.
All right.
And you're not wearing your Birdo costume, which I'm upset
I never said
about.
I'm wearing Birdo. Get that out of your
We
mind.
agreed. We agreed.
No.
That,
The agreement was I wear Yoshi.
no, the agreement was I either wear Yoshi or Mario, and you wear Birdo or Yoshi. That was the agreement that
The
we
agreement
had.
was I wear Yoshi, you wear Birdo.
But anyways, they're Super Bowl ready. It's going to be a tough. It's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a tough game.
All right. That's going to do it for today's video. And if you guys
If you
want
want to
to
see
see
Marc
Ty,
take a pie to the face,
if you guys want to see Ty wear a Birdo costume, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, share this video. Get us
subscribe
to
to
2,000
our other channels.
Get us to 2,000 subscribers. Ty said Ty said that and he loves the idea of wearing a Birdo costume. And
I did not say that, Marc. I did not. Marc, I did not say I love the idea of wearing that.
You're right,
costume. I did not say that.
You're
said.
right. You're right. He said.
Said,
You're right. He said he wants to do it with Carson Wentz and Josh Gordon.
I am not wearing a Birdo costume with Carson Wentz or Josh Gordon. I am not doing that.
They're your two favorite players, though.
They're not my favorite players, Marc.
All right. That's going to do it for this episode. Keep your heads in the game.
I ordered us 30 pies just for you. Just for you.
Maybe or maybe not. I'll take one. Maybe not. Maybe. Anyways, till next week.